There are many great third row mid-sized crossovers out there for growing families, but one that kind of falls a little bit under the radar that I think more people should check out is the Mazda CX-90. Hi, this is Joe from Scarff Ford, and today we're going to talk about this beautiful 2025 Mazda CX-90 3.3 Turbo Preferred. Let's dive in. So previously it was called the CX-9, but the 2024 model year they rebranded it as the CX-90. So it's not just a name change. The CX-90 is a little bit more upscale than the CX-9 it replaces. So rather than just competing with like the Toyota Highlander or the Honda Pilot, this is going after some bigger fish like BMW, Mercedes. Obviously, you can't compare this apples to a German brand. Obviously, there are some notable differences, but for someone that wants a mid-size third row crossover with a little bit more of a premium luxury feel and performance, the CX-90 is definitely one to consider. It's an absolute darling of the automotive press, one of my favorite automotive publications, Car and Driver magazine. For the 2025 model year, they get it a 9.5 out of 10 on the CD rating, and it got the Editor's Choice Award for very good reason. Car magazines, they generally like vehicles that are fun to drive, and even though this is a rather large mid-size crossover with third row seating, once you get behind the wheel and get this thing moving, it is actually really fun to drive. And part of that is thanks to a new engine underneath this plastic engine cover. They're all guilty these days of having these just because there's so many pipes and hoses and wires. Engines aren't as elegant as they used to be when they were a lot simpler, but with emission regulations and trying to eke out as much power, performance, and efficiency, we have all this extra stuff on these engines. But you probably can't tell by looking at this, but Mazda has a new inline six-cylinder engine. So most six cylinders are in a V configuration. These, the cylinders are in a straight line. Generally, inline six-cylinder engines are smooth. They have lots of low-end torque. Some car companies that notably are using inline sixes is BMW. I mean, they've probably made more inline sixes than almost anyone else. They've mastered them. Mercedes has just came out with a new inline six that they're putting in their vehicles. And then and Dodge, Ram, Stellantis, that whole brand, they have a new inline six that they're also branding. This engine's fantastic. In this version of the CX-90, it makes 280 horsepower. You can have a more performance-oriented S version where it makes over 300 horsepower. I think it's like 320 horsepower. This thing is smooth, very fun to drive. And when it comes to handling and going around corners, it's also rewarding to drive. It has sporty handling, which you wouldn't expect for something this large. And these mid-size crossovers are kind of like the Goldilocks for growing families. You know, getting a full-size SUV like a Chevy Tahoe or Ford Expedition is just too big for a lot of people. But if you have a growing family, you need third-row seats that actually can fit real adults, not little kids, in the third row and have space for cargo. These mid-size crossovers are where it's at. They're very popular. We have the nice all-season mats, power liftgate, nice spacious passenger combinations. You can see we have this nice upscale interior. We have the second row captain's chairs. The rear seats, they also recline, making them really comfortable. We have an integrated sunshade right here. It's a little sunny out. This is nice. I'm 6'2". I got plenty of room right here. We have a nice little armrest. We've got a cup holder. You got our climate control back here. You can charge your phone with the USB-C. Yeah, this is great. Very comfortable. And you know, I probably wouldn't have spent a long time back there, but an adult can fit back here as well. It's not just for kids, and they even have a USB-C to charge their phones. And of course, one of the best spots is to be in the front. That's comfortable. We have this nice leather wrapped wheel. This only has 6,000 miles on it. Light, nice design on the center console. It's not overly cluttered by buttons and knobs. They kind of keep it nice and streamlined. Very well designed and thought out. I like the look of the interior. Mazda, they're not trying to copy anyone else. They're marching to their own beat. You know, they have their own style. It works for them. And obviously Mazda's a little bit kind of under the radar, not as well known as like Nissan, Toyota, and Honda, but they make some great vehicles and they're trying really hard to gain market share. Parking camera, nice big screen for the infotainment system. We have a drive mode selector right here, which will change the behavior of the vehicle. So you have sport, normal, off-road. Obviously you're not gonna go rock crawling in this thing, but you know, light off-roading, dirt, gravel roads, things like that. We have a moonroof. We have the crossbars too. Well, thanks for joining me on this walk-around video. My name is Joe. We're Scarff Ford and Isuzu, in business since 1922, over 100 years. We sell new Fords, new Isuzus, and a very wide variety of pre-owned vehicles, as you can see. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.